Let me tell you something. The assassination of a United States president and the records and some of the information is still classified over 50 years after the fact. President O.B.A.M.A, the president of the United States, 44th at that. Records sealed. Man, we all human beings. Humans are the only ones sealing these records, so this has been a tyranny. We have been living under a tyranny. And for me, it's just one simple statement that proves it. I want to see these records that have been classified. I'm a citizen. This is my government. I can't see them. I can't see them. Okay. Tyranny. Haha. What is it? April 2015. I got another term that I want to bring to the forefront. And I think this is the first time that I will be coining this term. So March 2015, it's about the 12, 13, one of them. I know it's Sunday, whichever. But anyway, this term, well, the acronym is the O.B.A.M.A. The O.B.A.M.A. Now, you probably familiar with the acronyms FBI, CIA, NSA, stuff like that, terms like that, and organizations like that. Well, here I have coined the acronym, the O.B.A.M.A. Now, what this organization is the top tiers of every one of the organizations in America, the intelligence organizations. It's always going to be a cat or two that at the very top that some uncles or some farmers or somebody that they know really running things. Well, I put all these organizations together and I come up with the O.B.A.M.A. You can throw any group in it. The BLM, the Bureau of Land Management, any of them. You can turn them into the O.B.A.M.A. The FDA, Food and Drug Administration, all of them. FBI, CIA, all of them. They in one conglomerate. They form like Voltron. They come together and form the O.B.A.M.A. And if you notice, that is, I hate to say this cat's name, but when I do, I have to preface it with the proper introduction. So, the Lion Hawaiian, the maniacal antagonist, President O.B.A.M.A. If you notice, it's his name, the O.B.A.M.A. And the reason why I say that, and I'm going to sum it up like this, is because the O.B.A.M.A. was started when the vice president set up the blowing off the top of the president. Okay, when JFK had his head turned into a convertible, when that shot that peeled it back when he was leaning in on Jackie before she jumped on the trunk, on the trunk, and that one that peeled his kizap, that shot right there formed the O.B.A.M.A. because all the intelligence agencies, well, the two main ones at least, FBI and CIA, was in on it. The cover up and everything. To this day, it's very obvious. Why we can't see Oswald record? Why his taxes all blacked out? Come on, man, this is ridiculous, man. But anyway, that's when the O.B.A.M.A. was started, and now President O.B.A.M.A. is the culmination of them just being ridiculous with it. And I think they didn't even think that they could go as far as they've gone. And they sitting back like, damn, hey, let's try this. Let's do this, because it's a shocker, the stuff that he's been doing. But, cats don't really know. Don't really understand. Motherfuckers think that Martin Luther King was an astronaut. This is what we're dealing with. But anyway, I preface this with that. That was a little lead in to say, for the past, 2050, but the past, 5-6 years, we had a Secretary of State that dealt with Russia, Egypt, overthrew Libya, just dealing with all kind of places around the world that's just up in upheaval right now. Syria. And we had a Secretary of State who we have no record of what was going on. That's the real thing that that's the real statement that should make your ears perk up. We had a Secretary of State for the last 5-6 years dealing with Russia. Remember the reset button that was translated wrong in the very beginning? We had a Secretary of State dealing with Russia, Ukraine, Libya, Egypt, the overthrow of Mubarak, putting in the Muslim Brotherhood, all that nonsense, Syria, kicking Gaddafi out, getting stick up his butt, and we have no proof whatsoever of what happened. So really, what the Secretary of State did was take the fall for the O.B.A.M.A. I mean, just like you got everybody still whitewashing and covering up for the coup d'etat in '63 with JFK, the same people. I mean, I like to simplify it. Who blacking out all the evidence dealing with the assassination and coup d'etat in '63, and who is in control of blacking out the lying Hawaiian President O.B.A.M.A's records right now that we can't see to this day? It's the same organization, because they're not robots like I said before. So it's the same organization, the O.B.A.M.A. So like I say, we've been dealing with all these countries and the world is somewhat in upheaval, and we have no proof of what was said, how negotiations went, who was crossed. They know they lie all day, so they probably was just telling people things and just was crisscrossing them. So it's the mob. And Clinton, she said, damn y'all. And Hillary and Bill, they hierarchy in the O.B.A.M.A. And yeah, I mean, we have no proof of what's going on. So, bitch, when you see that missile come over here and we get hot, don't say nothing, man. Just go peacefully. Arrivederci, bitches. Check up. Once again, last week I hit a story about our phenomenal Secret Service doing something that's once again asinine, and I really don't like reporting on these stories because when the shit that first come out of the media is night and day of what really happened. So, but here it is, almost a week later. Now, last week everybody running around talking about the Secret Service was drunk and they was celebrating some cat retirement party and they got drunk. A couple of them ran through a investigation that was ongoing. Now, to me, that just sounds crazy to me. Like, that remind me of the Boston bombing when they say the young brother was riding through the city throwing pressure cookers at the police. I was like, damn, is this a cartoon? Well, that's the same feeling I got when I heard that the Secret Service ran through an ongoing investigation and hit barricades and this and that. Hey, man, go talk to your mama. That sounds crazy. Well, all throughout the week, I'm listening to the stories and I hear that the head of the Secret Service, who I can't even call his name, could care less. That's something, it could be John Tasker. Who cares? Well, anyway, the head of the Secret Service said he didn't know anything about it. He didn't know anything about it for like 3 or 4, 5 days. Nobody told him anything about it. Okay, I run a machine shop, and a nigga get his hand chopped off, and nobody don't tell me for 5 days. Either I'm going to resign from that machine shop or I'm going to fire everybody that was involved that didn't say nothing to me. So by the Secret Service, they think they come out and their excuses validate their behavior, and really it make you look like more of a fool, man, in the eyes of a man. So you the head of the Secret Service and nobody don't tell you nothing. I ain't heard about nobody getting fired or nothing. It's no accountability, man. So now the story is it went from they ran through a barricade, an ongoing investigation, and I just heard the news just now. It's 4:35, so it had to be like 4:30 on this good Thursday, March 19th, that the Secret Service is fighting back. They're saying that the Secret Service agents did not hit anything or were not driving drunk. And on to the next story. Man, what? Oh, oh. So who wrong? The news people with all them damn cameras and all that money and all them salaries they pay to them big reporters, or the Secret Service, or the leader of the man? What's the story? We still don't know the story. Now they was in the car, they wasn't in the car. The head of the Secret Service, he didn't know for 5 days. The president say he still got the confidence in man. The hell is y'all doing, man? Leave. Just leave, man. Leave office. Bye. Just want to make an observation real quick. What is it? It's I think it's March. I don't even know. Who cares? But anyway, early March 2015, and they spread plastering all over the television. They plastering all about these supposed whatever these cats is, jihadists or whatever. They supposed to be blowing up religious symbols, tearing down any statues that relate to any religion, no matter how old or ancient or valuable it is. So yeah, I get that. But at the same time, you ass clowns, y'all run around here calling these boys ISIS. Man, these boys don't call them damn selves ISIS. You think they call themselves ISIS? They speak Arabic, don't they? You think they're using English letters to identify themselves? And if they are, that's a whole nother story. But we the only ones around the media calling them ISIS. Hell, the maniacal antagonist, the Lion Hawaiian, President O.B.A.M.A, he refers to these characters as ISIL. What happened to Al-Qaeda? Okay, well, I'm back to my point, though. Y'all run around here calling these guys ISIS. I think that's a damn tearing down a symbol. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's an insult to my intelligence to be calling these boys that, because these letters is y'all doing, these names is y'all doing, or our doing, in our name, in my name. It's my doing, in my name, my country. And also the other European, you know the useful accomplices. But anyway, y'all calling these boys ISIS. What about the Egyptian goddess Isis? Osiris, the Egyptian god. The Isis Papers, written by Francis Welsing or something. I got the book at the house if I said the name wrong. Kick rocks. Anyway, in my head, ISIS was always a symbol of, pride and ancient Egypt and all that. And now, whenever, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna back that up. Okay. Y'all run around here giving these guys these names and these organizations, and now the name has a black eye. It's somebody who has never heard this word before, ISIS, and their first time hearing it, they're associating it with a terrorist organization. That is a form, in my eyes, of tearing down an ancient statue. Damn clowns. Ice that. Man, stop the presses. Okay, I just hear breaking news, 2:13 p.m. I think it's the 20, let me see what the date is. Breaking news, March 25th, 2015, 2:12 p.m. They came through the radio. Breaking news. Army soldier Bo Bergdahl gonna get charged with desertion. Now, y'all know who Bo Bergdahl, that's the dude that was in Afghanistan. All the soldiers say he deserted. Susan Rice came out on the talk show and said he served admirably. President O.B.A.M.A had his father at the White House lawn speaking Arabic, white Arabic with a beard. Man, the clown show continues, man. I don't care nothing about him. Bo Bergdahl getting charged with desertion. Okay, so this is what I want to know. Is the reporters that the shows that Susan Rice went out on the circuit talking about this guy. The president had a conference at the White House for the guy's pops. Are y'all gonna go back now and apologize to them talk shows? Is the president gonna have gathering at the White House to say, hey, that was a big mistake. I shouldn't have done that. I'm going to slap the shit out of the father for embarrassing me like that. Man, that's some damn clowns, man. It's a clown show. Once again, a Eureka Moment. Today is March 26, 2015. And one shout out, though. Today is also the day that Eazy-E died back in 1995 at the age of 31. So just acknowledge that. Once again, this is the day that Eazy-E passed away in 1995 at the age of 31. March 26, 2015. But anyway, I had a Eureka Moment about the whole, this whole, I don't even like to say the word election. Stinky. But anyway, today, everybody talking about Ted Cruz and what he has said because he announced his candidacy for the president and all that and what he said. And the big scuttlebutt today is him signing up for Obamacare after denouncing it, which I don't even see it being a story at all. I really don't. I can't even talk about it. But it just led me to this. Damn what somebody say. Anybody running for anything. I don't care if you're running for the street can put on top of the garbage can collector. I don't care, whatever you're running for. Let's do it like this. Everybody talk about campaign finance and campaign, how much money we spend for the campaign. I came up with something today talking to my old earth, and I say, damn the campaign. I don't give a damn what you say. Put a muzzle over your face. I don't want to hear nothing about what you're going to do, what you're going to promise. No. Sit down and write your policies on a link or something right on the internet, a link that everybody can go view it. Now, after you do this, the public putting this together, so the public got to come up with something that say, or some kind of way that, okay, if you say you're going to do this, and by this time and you don't do it, you're going to overturn this and you don't even attempt to do it, you tell a blatant lie, and we can prove it in an instant, overwhelming proof, then you got to go, man. I'm talking about 2 days, you got to go. No, we going to do you like the corporations do you. When we come to the decision that you are lying or you did not do it, you might have all the intentions in the world, but if you ain't do it, you got to go. Bitch, we coming with a box and you getting all your belongings, you gathering them up at that moment, and we escorting you to the door of whatever political office you hold. Put it on the internet, what you gonna do. I don't even want to hear your voice. The first time I ever hear you speak should be after the election. Whoever wins, they give a victory speech. But put your policies on the internet, and what you gonna do if you don't do it, your ass got to get out immediately. And then another thing this would do, this would make, people that's interested in voting and this and that, you got to go to the internet or your library or get some kind of paper sent to you if you don't have internet capability, whatever, magazine, whatever. If you campaigning for something and you can't get your people together to go deliver magazines or your article door to door, then okay, fuck it, you don't need to be running. But this is what we need to bring this back to, and it'll be a lot cheaper. And also what it would do is, if you can't read the policies or comprehend or understand them, then you don't need to be voting anyway. If you can't come to an intelligent conclusion about a candidate, whatever the hell that means, then you don't need to vote anyway. So it's a two bird with one stone thing. Campaign reform as far as the finances, and bring some comprehension and understanding back into what's really going on out here nationally. W.B.u.d. Check out, Stop the Pressure, Saturday, April 11, 2015. Now, I always had one eye on Cuba, Castro, Fidel, younger Fidel, and been watching, how things, but I know the CIA tried to kill them boys. I know they was on them, so you can't blame a man for circling the wagons when the outsider's trying to kill you. But anyway, Castro, I guess he has relinquished power. Well, Fidel Castro has relinquished power to Raul, his little brother. Now, I ain't, when the topic of Castro and the Cubans and all that come up, I really don't have nothing to say. I know a lot about the situation. But I don't have nothing to say because people are so passionate about it. It's like arguing with a man about how silly his religion is. You never get nowhere like that, you know. So the Cuban thing is people so passionate about it. I just listen. Well, if what I just heard is true, what is it? 3:30 p.m. I mean, it might not sound like a big deal to a lot of people who not really tuned in or had them antennas up. But if I just heard on the radio through an interpreter that Raul Castro, who is the representative of Cuba right now, I just heard him speaking, whatever he's speaking. I don't want to call it Spanish because they get mad. Somebody gonna get mad. Either Puerto Rican gonna get mad, or a Chilean gonna get mad, or Argentine gonna get mad, or Bolivian gonna get mad, or Guatemalan gonna get mad, or Mexican gonna get mad. No, all of them get mad when you call them Mexican. But anyway, I just heard Raul speaking, you know, his language, and I don't really believe that the news say, so I'm not even gonna ride out on it yet. But I'm listening out to hear this again, because if it is, Raul cut off. He cut off out of my mental Rolodex. The chapter is closed just by this one act alone. I just heard them say that Raul, through an interpreter, said that the lying Hawaiian, the maniacal antagonist, President O.B.A.M.A, is an honest man. Insert crickets. Yeah, okay. Hey, man, that's all I'm gonna say about that, man. I ain't never spoke about Raul or Fidel or none of them boys, you know. My representative is Che. But if Raul came out of his damn two lips, his soup cooler, that he never met President O.B.A.M.A, but he said he's a good man. Now, he either playing chess and gonna get the best deal ever dealing with O.B.A.M.A, which everybody does, or if he really believes that, y'all better prop Fidel back up. O.B.A.M.A, the lying Hawaiian, the maniacal antagonist, is honest. That must mean something different in his language. What he speaking, Spanish? Honest must mean something different. Unless in Spanish, honest mean a cock-sucking Pinocchio. Raul crazy. Wow. April 12th, 2015, 4 p.m. I just heard on the radio that Australia is banning, Australia is going to make it hard for parents who don't get their kids vaccinated. And they say that if the one way they're going to bring the clamps down on parents who don't get their kids vaccinated is they're going to halt welfare payments. Ooh. They're going to halt welfare payments. So that would be the equivalent of the Great Society that Lyndon Johnson started after he blew off JFK head. The Great Society where we're going to give all the black people assistance, and I always reference the movie Claudine with James Earl Jones. And what is her name? I can't think of her name right now. But anyway, they're going to stop the welfare for the parents that don't get their kids vaccinated. Okay, so once again, this is a way to control people. We're going to give you this money. Give you this money and dance with me. You got some money. Now, if you don't do what I say, I'm going to start giving you this money. All right, well, I always just like to be intellectual and ask a question. Can we talk about how the ingredients for the vaccines have changed from the late 60s, early 70s to the present? Let's just have a layout of the ingredients. And let's talk about that. Damn ass clown politicians.